I'm Kimberly Tees.
And I'm Sarah Cohen, and this is HCS News.
As we speak, King James is being disposed by Princess Mary and Duke William in what some parliamentarians are hailing as a glorious revolution.
As you know, we here at HCS News have been following this revolution since its beginning earlier this year with the birth of King James in June. The possibility of a line of Catholic kings was more than enough to make some proud Anglicans uncomfortable. This discomfort came to a head with the pro-Catholic laws that King James has been putting into place.
On the matter, HCS was given some information from an anonymous source that said, "The possibility of a continuously Catholic royal family is unacceptable and will soon be dealt with," and then went on to describe the plans of the parliamentary parties that involves Princess Mary and her husband, Duke of Williams, taking the throne. According to the latest information, Duke Williams, along with almost 500 ships and at least 40,000 men who just landed in Thor Bay.
We will, of course, keep you informed as to how the revolution is going. Later today, we hope to get interviews with the soon-to-be former King James, Duke Williams, and Princess Mary. But at the time, we'll show some of the highlights of the past few months, starting with HCS's first interview with Princess Mary and Duke Williams. Let's hope that William and Mary win this, or we're going to end up in the Tower of London.
We're still live.
Thank you for being willing to speak with us here at HCS. Is there any topic in particular that you wanted to talk to the public about? Or is this an anything goes kind of interview?
A little bit of both, but first and foremost, I wish to make it very clear to the people that I in no way agree with my father's plans, nor with any of his ideals.
If possible, we have some questions from our viewers that we were hoping that you would be willing to answer. The first is from Twitter, where a question of, what would you do, Duke Williams, if you became the King of England? This question popped up quite often. Do you have an answer? If not, we can move to the next.
I would ensure that this great country of England would be restored to the great Protestant country that it was, and would repeal the laws put in place by King James and remove the people he put in power and reappoint the people that had previously held the position.
On that same train of thought, do you intend to make an attempt for the crown?
No, I do not intend to become king.
There have been mentions that you have been in contact with the English Parliament and that they are requesting your aid in unknown matters. What do you have to say to that?
As I said, I do not at this time intend to attempt to become the king, nor any other position in the English aristocracy. I believe this interview is over. Oh!
Sir! Would you be willing to answer a few questions?
No,
I will not answer any questions.
I will not answer any questions.
Just one question, please, sir!
I've just been removed from my position because nobody in this country has ever heard of religious toleration to my daughter and her husband, who isn't even English, and I know my parliament has something to do with it. All in all, a bit of my day has been rough, so no, I will not be answering any questions.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. The former king is obviously upset, so we will try to get another interview with him at a later date.
King William, Queen Mary, would you be willing to answer a few questions?
I am not the king. Your parliament has not seen fit to grant me that position.
Do you intend to try for the position of king at this time?
It is a possibility.
Any possible claims for how you would go to arrange that?
I would simply leave and take soldiers with me. Do you have any more questions?
Actually,
There are a number of arrangements that need to be made before my husband's departure.
I'm back from my interview, and it was very enlightening about the current royal situation. Yes, Duke William not becoming king was quite shocking, as it was almost assumed that he would be appointed. Due to his... What are you doing?
More recent news from an anonymous source in Parliament has just come in stating that Duke William and Princess Mary will become the official monarchs, in large part due to the threat of King William's threats to leave the country with his army in tow and leave us defenseless in this tumultuous time.
It's time to celebrate our new monarchs!
No. Crap.
Sir!
No.
God. Okay.
That's okay.
Get back here! Get back here! No, Bill fell! No!